And a number of people bring up the fight against neoliberalism, and I'm really happy the way you framed it. It's not just a fight against neoliberalism, it's a fight against capitalism. We're now in capitalism, a neoliberal phase of it, and it's a particularly pernicious one. And I think that also there's a historic trajectory to this. You know, that goes back to fascism, in fact, and I think that's. I don't reject the old left, or in any way whatsoever. I think we can learn things from the past that are crucial. In fact, many things that we hear in the news, I think, are completely false, and I can get to that later. But with respect to Syriza and Podemos, I don't think most Greek people have any hope with respect to Syriza in transforming the society. I think they think that maybe they can make the deal a little bit better, and maybe make the medicine less painful. But they are basically opposed to the system that as it exists, which has destroyed their lives and their lifestyles. Talk about the destruction of families and communities. It's almost like a war that they're facing right now with the Troika.
So, okay, I'm not going to really go into Greece. I don't want to, I mean, it's a really complex scenario. Nobody knows really, right? But what I can think of in terms of Europe is that the crisis just heightened the process that was already happening of crisis of the political party systems, and kind of crisis with the idea the European Union was going to bring something somewhat of mediated, more mediated social democratic capitalism. That became very obvious that those two tenets were not longer true. And that led to a polarization on both sides. So more xenophobia, more right-wing movements, but also the emergence of kind of like a younger radical leadership. So we see Podemos, we see, Tsipras and Syriza. So those are interesting to me. Do we know that they are actually going to reconfigure power in some kind of way that goes beyond the electoral game? I don't know. But well, at least they do something that is absolutely impossible in the US with the current electoral system. So I'm interested in that, in terms of emergence of younger leadership that have some radical thing to say. I'm not sure what if they can do something, they can deliver what they say, but already changing the agenda, changing the way of talking about politics is so relevant. I'm talking about power. So to me, the most important thing was the Occupy, right? The reframing of the 99% of 1%. I feel like that was a very new thing that I haven't heard in a while. And I think it's still now the Elizabeth Warren campaign is basically still riding a little bit on that sort of populism. The caveat, the fear for me, speaking from Italy, is that the crisis brought an anti-political kind of reaction. So there is no emergence of a young left leadership that's radical. We only have an anti-political nihilistic movement that says all politics is corrupt, we're just going to do our thing and try to survive, go back to the land, we're all on our own. And so that's something that I see as more dangerous than it is a lack of analysis of power.
Okay, next question.